I ordered a package off of Shein, and I'm seeing a whole bunch of videos about tariffs and charges in order to get your package from China. And I'm stressing out because I ordered a bunch of things from Shein for my birthday trip that's coming up in March. And I'm like, am I even going to get my package? Holy crap, I cannot believe this. I hope it comes through. Shein then sent me an email talking about to pay extra for shipping. So fingers crossed that I don't get hit with the tariffs. Have you guys heard about the tariffs and the extra charges to get packages out of China? Let me know in the comments. And I know we have bigger things to worry about than a Shein package coming in, but I ordered 2 dresses and I wanted to wear it for my birthday. So if this is a situation, oh my God, I'm gonna have to look for something else because I don't know if I'm gonna get my package. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this.
So we got something in the mail, and I'm gonna open it with you all. This is a tariff bill. I'm a little scared to open it, but let's see how much we owe. Oh my gosh. We owe $294. I don't even know if it costs that much. We ordered a piece of equipment or a part for my husband's dirt bike from Canada. They've already delivered it. And then now we got sent a bill because of the tariffs. Oh my gosh.
So I just got hit with my very first tariff. So let's talk about it. So as you guys know, I love Japanese eBay. I have been making quite a lot of purchases, and I literally made a video not too long ago about how so far I have not experienced any issues with like invoice or customs or tariffs. Well, I guess I spoke too soon because I just got hit with my first one. First off, a lot of my packages that I have been receiving from Japanese eBay have come through DHL. So I had assumed that if I did get a bill or a tariff, that it would be through DHL. That was wrong. So far, I did notice when I did get that one customs bill through DHL, they did send me a link to make the payment. This time around, it was different. So I received my order well over 2 weeks ago. Nothing came attached. I was not asked to sign for anything or pay for anything. And so I pretty much I didn't think that I had to pay anything. And now I check my mail and this is what shows up. It's pretty much mail from FedEx, and it has my name, the invoice date, and the invoice number. And it pretty much says like the customs information. It mentions the seller, it mentions me, it mentions the item that I purchased, which was a used wallet. And it's listed here as cowhide leather. And it mentions how much I'm supposed to pay. It also mentions how much I paid for the item. So I paid $139 for the item, but that was not including taxes and shipping. So with everything included, I believe it was about $176. I got my item, and then a few weeks later, I get this. So if you're wondering how much I have to pay in fees, it is $46.20. Which honestly, I'm not very happy about it, and I'll tell you why. When I purchased my Chanel bag, I knew that it was over $800, which is the threshold, and so I expected to pay custom fees on that. And when I did get the customs bill, it was under $100, which made sense. I'm buying something for $1,000, and my customs fees is under $100. So it kind of stinks to purchase something for $139 and have to pay $46. I think my customs fees for the $1,000 item was $76, $78, somewhere around that. So to pay $46 for an item that costs $139, I have a lot of feelings about that. But honestly, I believe that the reason why I got this bill is because this particular item came with the original box, the dust bag, the ribbon, the whole nine. All my other packages that I have received have shown up in regular packaging, literally box and the wrapping paper, and that's about it. So I do know that customs, they do check the items, and I don't know if that was why I got this bill, but I have never received a bill for any of my other items. The only thing that sticks out to me again is the fact that this came with original packaging and everything else. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here quickly and share that because I did get a few questions in the past about if I've had to pay any fees or if any of my items have ever been returned. And I was very proud in that video to say that I had not paid any fees, but unfortunately here we are today and this is what I have to pay. So just wanted to come here and give you guys the quick update.
Lesson learned, and what a good detailed explanation from someone who has witnessed all this process and bad things that tariffs have done to her. So tariffs were once a distance policy tool. Now they are coming to people's mailboxes. It is turning ideologies into invoices, and many Americans who thought that they were protected and now facing the reality that is hitting very hard. It's like American economic price tag, and people are not loving it. Hey guys, my name is Danny and I'm gonna be the host for today's show. So before we get into the video, I just want to talk to you guys face to face and just tell you something exciting about what is going on in my life. First of all, thank you so much for 6,000 subscribers. We're even heading to 7,000. So that's crazy numbers. I want to thank you so much. Another thing is that tomorrow is my birthday, and as a loner, but having you guys over here is just privilege and it's pleasure. Turning a new year really excites me. It's obviously an opportunity to face new things, challenges, winnings. I'm really happy and also thankful to God that I'm gonna see another year and what it brings to me. So guys, I just don't want to yap a lot. If you guys feel like we connected somehow and you want to support my work or just make me happy in my birthday, you don't have any obligations, but if you do, please check in the description down there below and see if you guys can maybe throw a super thanks, PayPal, or just support my Amazon wish list. And if not, just liking and commenting to this video or sharing this video would also mean a lot to me as my birthday. But away from that, so we're back to tariff bills. If you're not familiar with the tariff bills, I'm gonna explain it to you. Tariff bills was something that wasn't common before, but because of Trump's retaliatory tariffs, well, it seems like people who are purchasing items online are going to pay some form of I don't want to call it tax, but some form of yeah, if you purchase something online, there's some cut that is gonna come through and it's gonna be sent to your mail. Even though you think that maybe the resellers and third-party companies that you buy from online are not linked somehow to Mr. Tax, it's gonna come to your mailbox. These tariff bills are ranging between $85, mostly to people who have seen, could be less, but mostly average between 85 to around even 2,400, 2,500. Crazy numbers, and we're gonna listen to even more speakers who are in tears complaining about the tariff bill. And so this thing is becoming a nightmare to Americans because of three things. First of all, this tariff bill is becoming unexpected cost and many people are not ready for it. Secondly, it's targeting Maga households, and I'm gonna explain it to you later how. And third, it is posing a legal threat. If you thought that you're gonna return the item that you bought without paying the tariff bill, then you're very wrong, because the bill will still land in your mailbox. Let us not dissect this matter in this first segment. Let us continue listening to people's opinions, and then thereafter we're gonna share a wide analysis of this issue. So let's go.
Just had my first experience with tariffs getting this box. There is a fun freebie I like to include in my orders. I've been scared to reorder them ever since who's trade war started. I've heard horror stories from other small businesses about getting bills for hundreds of dollars later on before they could get their package. And so I had no idea how it was going to work, how I had to pay the bill, but someone came to the door yesterday and no one was around, and they left this note on the door that I had to pay $57 to release it from customs or whatever, and shipping for this was $90, so it's more than half of the shipping costs. And for people that are still confused, it is the small business in America paying the tariff, and that will likely be passed on to the consumer. Not in this case, because these are just freebies I like to include in my board orders. I'll finally show you. They are little tape measures that have my logo on them, little keychains. So yeah, I just like to include a bunch of little freebies. And you know, the process was not as scary as I thought. I'm glad it was 57. Like, that's not insane, like hundreds of dollars. But yeah, it was more than half of what the shipping cost was.
The lady that bought those dresses had to pay all those tariffs. Y'all, I just saw that video, and she is on there acting like she is so surprised. I just had to come on here and comment about it. Okay, so you got a tariff bill after you bought some dresses from ASOS, and you doing a video, you want TikTok to help you. Help you do what? They didn't help you vote. They didn't help you cuss people out when you were saying who you was voting for. They didn't help you do none of that other stuff. What makes you think they go? And when you go to the video and you watch the comments, you read the comments, honey, they are funny. They are hilarious. Okay, they letting her know that that's not a bill from the company. That's a bill from your 47. Yeah. So I don't know. She messed around and found out real quick. And it you know, I try not to laugh at people like that, but that's kind of funny, because now you on TikTok, you want us to help you do what? We can't help you do nothing, because we tried to tell you, but y'all believed it when they were saying that the company that's selling the stuff is the one that's paying that tariff. No. That company isn't paying that tariff. You charge 125% tariffs to somebody. They just gonna charge that to the people buying it from them. And then when they sell it to you, your price goes up 125%. Yeah. So you're gonna get that back. You know, what you put out, that vote, you get back. You messed around and found out. Y'all go find that video. I'll see if I can't tag it or something.
Dude, my life is over. Whoa, what happened? The other day I ordered this cheap phone case off of this Chinese website, and now they sent me a letter in the mail saying I owe them $47,000 because of the new tariffs. Holy shit, what the? Why don't you just return it? Because if I go to ship something back, it'll cost me $60,000. I told you so many times not to order from those websites, dude. What are you gonna do? It says in the letter, if I can't pay off my debt, I have to denounce my U.S. citizenship and go to work in the factory in China. They even gave me a new name. It's Huang Chang. Huang Chang. That's so funny. Oh, you think that shit is funny, don't you, Lu Han? Lu Han, what? I made an account under your name so I could get a discount code, so here you go. Wait, what? What the f? Hold on, what does this say here in the back that's all highlighted? Well, that part is not that bad. According to Google Translate, we have to join the Chinese military for at least 3 years. Not that bad. We have to join the military? And the second part says that our firstborn child must be a citizen of China and be given a Chinese name. Are you kidding me? I can't have a little brown boy running around named Lu Hong Jr. He's gonna get bullied. We also have to learn this song in the back that says, thank you to our leader. We love him. He's so brave. We thank him every day for the country that he saved. I don't know. Okay, whoever wrote this is not a lyricist. Maybe it sounds better in Mandarin. I don't know. Jesus Christ. Okay, what if we just don't go? How are they gonna find us? I thought about that too, but in the back it says, those who do not comply will be hit with drone and artillery strikes. And then it says our exact address. Oh my God, they're gonna drop kill streaks on us, Huang. What the f are we gonna do? I don't know, Lu Hong. I don't know.
World, man. We need good people.
Yeah.
We need a lot of them. We need a lot of them.
absolutely. We need a lot of good people in this world, right? Like when we talk about being in this situation to begin with, we talk about people who kind of just voted on, certain policies and all these different things. Like when I hear people talking about why did I vote for Maga and why did I vote for Trump and all these different things, right? Like a lot of them just say, oh, immigration. That's their first hot topic. They always talk about immigration. They don't know why they talk about immigration, but because it just sounds good. It sounds like it's something that they want to hear, but they don't know all the other things that they talk about that are a part of these policies that, are going to eventually affect them in some kind of way or shape or form. On top of that, I'm sure he is also referring to what just happened with this recent situation with the Charlie Kirk. And I'm not going to dive super deep into it.
Put a finger down if you ordered 2 counter stools for your apartment from a company based in London and each one was $535 plus tax. And now UPS will not deliver them to you unless you pay them $1,600, $1,610 to be exact. I'm telling you guys right now, do not buy not even a bobby pin unless you know where something is shipping from. And even if the seller tells you that customs and everything will be included in the price, do not take the risk. Do not believe it because you may or may not get got by UPS. I truly don't know what to do at this point. Like, do I take the L? Do I pay the $1,600? This has been happening to me all year with like the most random stuff that I've ordered from overseas. I can't do it anymore. Like, I can't.
This may be a really stupid question, but I keep seeing more and more videos about the tariffs, so I just am curious because this is obviously going to be more and more common now. When you order something and it is sent here, people are getting the bills in the mail or the little tickets on the on their door, like from UPS or whatever, and it says you owe blah 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 for the tariffs. What happens if you don't pay the tariff and you don't ever get your package? Like, you just are like, I'm not paying this. They can send, like, do they send the package back? Does it just get returned to sender? Do you still have to pay the tariff for bringing it into the country even if you send it back? Does that make sense? Like, are you still responsible for paying the tariff to get it here if you don't pick up the package and it gets shipped back? Will it get shipped back automatically? Is there an outbound tariff that you have to pay? I'm confused.
I mean, that is a genuine curious question, which also I'm gonna help you, and also you that you are watching. Alright, so when you order something under your name and under your address, definitely you wanna pay that tariff bill. It's going to be automatically mailed into your inbox. There's nothing you can do about it. So returning it back is even going to be costly. You're gonna even end up paying double or triple the cost of that item, and it's just not worth it. As long as you ordered something online, that's it. Just as I was explaining earlier when we started the video, this whole thing is as a result of retroactive tariff act bill that Trump introduced, I think somewhere, is it August 2025? But this tariff thing started earlier, especially when Trump took over, just because he thought that people were buying through resellers and third parties, and these third parties were bypassing the tax system, and so it was Americans' obligation to pay the unpaid taxes that was kept by the very retailers. And this brings us back, way back to when we are talking about the drawbacks of tariffs. And I was telling you guys that tariffs is not a good thing. And when people think that tariffs are going to be passed to retailers, wait, why are Maga Americans in tears and stressed out? First of all, is the unexpected cost that I mentioned earlier and told you that I'm gonna break it down. So imagine this: you've ordered something online and these tariff bills are being mailed to a box, and they are averaging between $85 to $2,400. We've seen $1,600, others $1,200, others, I don't know, 100 and something. Worrying figures, right? An unexpected one, because you obviously thought these tax or bills were already covered by retailers. These people are waking up in shock to see that no, these retailers have bypassed the system, so they have an obligation to pay for it. Look, it's stressing, and people are expressing their concern, saying that they are never warned about this. They assumed these costs were already covered. This brings us to when people are being convinced not to vote for this administration because of hidden things like this. So does it mean that you cannot order anything online once more? Because look, you've ordered something and then you've been given a tariff bill of around $1,600, almost twice of what you bought. Is there any need to import an item, especially people who are importing from, wait, Wait. Number two is that it's targeting Maga households. I know some of you might think that is just nonsense story, but look at it. The Maga voters in a rural America who are buying farm equipment from Chinese companies, like let's say those tractors that are being shipped from China and these other countries that have huge and heavy tariffs. So these farm equipments are really essential to farmers, and when farmers are being taxed thousands of dollars, it's gonna impact them, especially with the really worst year of farming. We've seen the way floods have impacted them, poor weather, and also the withdrawal of FEMA. And to introduce this new tariff or tariff bills is just adding an insult to an injury. These people are complaining that they voted in for a person who was to have interest to their jobs, but right now they are being forced to pay extra taxes or extra bills that were not in their budget or not even in the campaign promises, and they are confused right now. And the third thing is that these tariff bills are imposing or are bringing in legal threats. Well, from the tariff bills received in the mailboxes are promises of fines and also federal actions if the subjects are not going to pay the unpaid bills, let alone individuals. Businesses, small businesses are receiving up to 10,000, 20,000 of unpaid tariff bills, and it's becoming a nightmare. So conservatives are really confused of why they're being forced into paying something that is like a hidden tax or something that is so much bureaucratic. It's like a tax being forced from your back, one that you cannot see. And for liberals, they're really telling these conservatives that we warned you against voting for someone who was to impose policies that are going to affect you directly. Remember, tariffs are going to affect the American citizens directly rather than retailers who are in China, Mexico, Brazil, Europe, Canada. It's the Americans that are going to pay for it, and it's really worrying. For moderates, they're really angry. They never took sides, but they are still being hit by it regardless, just because they're citizens. I don't know how it's gonna accommodate people who are buyers online or people who are making their business online, because a simple item that you maybe import from a company like eBay or third parties that was to support your business. So apart from the tax that you are paying for your business, you're gonna have to include the tariff bill that is going to come to your mailbox, which you even don't know the figure yet. You just have to open the mail so that you discover the shock that is waiting for you. But hey, I don't know what you guys do think. That is my opinion. You guys let me know in the comment section down there below. Have you experienced this tariff bill? And do you think it's the right thing, or do you think Trump effed up the Maga voters really bad? And as an American, do you think this is the way forward to make your country great again? Let me know in the comment section down there below. If you also disagree, do so respectfully. Also guys, don't forget to go and check the speakers who have featured in this video today. Go onto their TikToks, like their videos, follow their accounts. For this video, make sure you smash a huge thumbs up button, consider subscribing, turn on post notification so that you may not miss my next upload. Guys, once again, I'm reminding you, tomorrow is my birthday. If you feel like you can support me, please, click that super thanks or maybe the PayPal in the description, and you can give me something to appreciate my work. If not, I'll be contented with just a like or a view or a share or a comment, anything just to support the channel. Thank you guys so much. Let me meet you in the next one. Danny here, signing out. Peace.